Howdy crew, finally got the package for the welding rig today. Let's dive right into the unboxing. Let's get to it. Alrighty, so we have our package for today. This was supposed to come several days ago, but it did just get here today, so I'm very happy to have it. I'm excited to show what it is. Now, I will say that this is from another surplus store or online surplus store. This is from Sportsman Guide. They do have modern stuff as well, but they do have a whole surplus section to their online store. And I'm going to save a little bit of the reasoning for why I bought the contents of this package until you all get to see what they are. Alrighty, moment of truth. Yeah. All this good stuff out, just like Christmas, you know. Take some of these stickers off so the names aren't shown. There we go. There we go. Stickers are gone. All right. There we go. I ordered 4 of these U.S. military surplus 5-gallon water containers. Now I think they're possibly 5.5 gallons. There was a little discrepancy between several sites. They say on here 5 gallon, but one site said it could possibly do 5.5 gallons. I'm just gonna roll with 5 gallons. Now, you may wonder why in the world would I have all these water containers on the welding rig. I'm not having them for drinking water. They can be used for drinking water. It even said so on the site. They're still clean for that. You just wash them out, whatnot, but they haven't been contaminated. But for insurance, the insurance that I have for the welding rig, or that I will be paying for, is mandatory to have water on hand. Now, I'm not going to have just a 1-gallon little bottle thing that you get at the supermarket or a bunch of little water bottles. But also, I don't have the room to have one of those huge tanks with a hose to it. So I will be having these with me. I know it may seem hokey. I know it seems cumbersome to use, but I have to have it. It's mandatory. If something were to catch fire and a fire extinguisher is enough, or if I don't prep an area, if I'm welding in an area with a bunch of grass and I don't move the grass out of the way and put water down, and something for some reason happens, or if something happens afterwards and they think for some reason it could be my fault, and it's investigated and the insurance company sees that there was no water on hand, no water used to prevent a fire, I'm not covered. And I don't want to be paying out of pocket for all of that. So some folks may laugh at this, some folks may say it's corny or hokey, but I have to do it for insurance reasons, so there's no ifs, ands, or buts around it. If you all have ever used these before, facing each way, you can obviously open this little critter up and pour out, but you want to make sure that you have this little piece open as well, because it has an opening here, lets air in, so this way the water can flow out easier. To open these, it is sometimes for some folks a little tricky. You got to get it over this little notch in here. You can turn it and it will open up, and that's what I would have for pouring out water, unless I just need a slow little leak pouring over a dried grass area. And do I think there could be better options? Yes. Are they a lot more expensive? Yes, they are. So that is unfortunate, but these will work just fine. And another thing is they're heavy duty. I don't have to worry about if I accidentally bump it up against something, it's gonna break. So just gonna put that back on there. There we go. So anywho's, again, if I need a slow leak of some sort to be going over an area while I'm getting other stuff prepped up, I can't have this just there, prop it up against something. If I need it, only half of it coming out, just lay it down. But that is why I bought this. Do they look cool? Yes. I certainly think so. Is that the reason I bought them? No, but I know these are going to hold up to what I need them to hold up for. They're going to be heavy duty, they're going to be moved around a lot. I'm going to be using these a lot because I have to. I would have the fire extinguisher with me, obviously, but for insurance reasons, I have to be doing extra fire prevention before even welding. So if there's an area that has a bunch of wood chips, just say it's a piece of playground equipment that's to be welded on, there's wood chips there, I have to be dousing all that with water beforehand and have the fire extinguisher with me while I'm working, which I would do anyways, but obviously there's other ways to taking water with you. But I've been working on the layout for the welding rig and have pretty much finalized, and these should work pretty darn good with what I have laid out. Should being the main word, but I think I have it all figured out to where these will work just fine. And there's two different ways that I can have them laid out. They can all be in a line, or they could be next to each other. Actually, three ways. I take it back, three ways to where they could be in a certain area to where they're all stacked on top of each other, and it won't be going anywhere because there'll be other stuff around it, and they will all be chained down and locked, so they're not going to go anywhere. Someone can come up and try and take it, but they're all going to be chained down and locked. So I will have all these accessible so that it's not a pain to get to every time, because if 3 jobs in a day need these, I don't want to be an absolute pain getting to them. So that's going to be the game plan for the use of these, because I have to. It's absolute requirement. Yes, if there were a bigger truck with more cabinets, whatnot, would I be able to have room for something else? Possibly. Some trucks have bigger water tanks. They have the electronic water hose, but also if I need this 100 feet away from the truck, these are great because I can just carry it over there, carry it back, don't worry about extra hoses. So there's gives and takes with each option. There's no one solid, perfect answer. But for insurance, this will be covering what I needed to do. So this will be the water on site. I'm not going to be drinking from it. I'll have other water in the truck, but this is going to be with me at all times, so that way it'll be prior of welding. If there's an area that needs to be watered down, I'll have it. But also if there's an extra area that should be watered down afterwards, I'll also have that. So if there's weeds for some reason that are in a general area, I'll water them down afterwards, just in case a spark flew somewhere, just so it's extra safe, because I don't want anything happening. Because if there's an incident, even if the insurance does cover it, it'll be higher premiums, all that stuff, and I don't want to deal with that. So this is the game plan. This is what's going to be happening at this point. Things may change later down the road, I don't know, but I think for right now this is pretty solid. Pretty happy because they're not terribly expensive, and they look like they're in good condition. They were obviously beat up some, but that don't matter. I'm going to beat them up more, not on purpose. It's just going to happen because of being in the welding rig, and it's going to be out and about. It's going to be moved around. It's going to have sparks up against it. But these are great. You can throw them around all day. They're going to hold up to being in the truck all the time, rocking back and forth, knocking into each other, knocking into other stuff, or just sliding slightly up against something. So I'm not worried about them breaking, bursting, any of that stuff. I'm very happy with my choice of containers. There are other containers much more expensive and much more breakable. I don't know if I say puncturable, breakable, bustable, all the above, and they're 5 times expensive for one container. So I would say this is a really good choice. I'm happy with it, and I'll keep you all updated on how it's all going to fit in the welding rig, and especially once it's built and everything. So anyways, that was today's video on the unboxing. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll give more reasoning for other things very soon, and I'll see y'all in those videos.